Anytime I have a big life event happen, I inevitably change the design of my fursona. I didn't really used to consider myself part of the furry fandom because I did not like the reputation that furries had at the time. And then there was also the fact that a lot of my peers would label me a furry as if it was a bad thing. But I've kind of always had like a non-human representation of myself in my own art. It wasn't until I went to college that I decided that I was going to just embrace the furry fandom. I joined a bunch of Discord servers and the subreddit and everything. Now I'm not as active as I was, and I still consider myself a furry even if I'm not super active. Recently, I decided to overhaul my fursona. It's been just an African wild dog, just like plain, for like 4 years now. I kind of missed the weird made-up hybrid that I made a while ago. The only reason my fursona wasn't a hybrid for all 4 of those years is because my boyfriend at the time, who was also in the furry fandom, made fun of me for having a hybrid as a fursona. His was just like some generic pink deer though, so I recently brought my fursona kind of back to how it looked before. I brought back the long, thin tail with the little floof on the end, and then like the horns and the weird ear cartilage things, because those were the parts of my fursona that I really liked. I also really like simple color schemes, so I like when my designs have mostly neutral tones and then like one accent tone or 2 accent colors. So I was really debating whether or not to make my fursona this like mint blue color or keep it the African wild dog colors or change it to something else, and I eventually decided on this color palette because, funnily enough, the grays and the white are from Nincada, my favorite Pokemon. So it's kind of silly. This blue color is basically just 2 different shades of the same color, and that's my favorite color. I didn't want it to be like Sparkle Dog. I wanted it to be like, classy's the wrong word, but classy. I wanted it to be intentional and not just, oh yeah, I made my fursona this blue dog thing with horns. And then I kept like the African wild dog patterning because I really like African wild dogs. I think they're really cool. I liked that there's not very much representation of them in the fandom. It kind of made me feel a little bit more unique in a fandom that's basically full of a bunch of unique people. So, and that's not to say that like, oh yeah, you're wrong for wanting to be individual or I'm wrong for wanting to be individual. I think that one of the beautiful things about the fandom is that everyone is different, and that's okay. It's okay that everyone is different. I really like African wild dogs because they are wild despite still being dogs. Their appearance is almost friendly and kind of cute with the satellite ears and the dog shape, but they are ruthless. They are savage predators. They will hunt things down for miles and miles and miles to kill and eat it. And I think that's really fascinating. The reason I decided to change my fursona from just a regular African wild dog to a dragon wild dog mix is because as a kid, I was obsessed with dragons. So adding that little bit of dragon into my fursona is kind of a subtle nod to my inner child. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Thanks for listening. See you next time.
What you doing, Sophie?